Hi, Evan Jackson from Young, Bold, and Regal. Congratulations, Tessa, on the Critics' Choice Award coming up.
Thank you
Congratulations,
so much.
Nia, for your recent award at the Chicago International Film Festival.
Thank
Talk
you.
more about your guys' synergy as filmmaker and actor. I compare you guys to Robert De Niro, Scorsese, Coogler, Michael B. Jordan. You guys have a trust within each other, and that translates well on film. More than likely, what was your approach on this film together? It being the third or fourth film you guys done together.
Well, I mean, I love it. I love working with Tessa. I mean, she was the lead of two of my films, my first film, Little Woods, and my God, what a generous, patient soul. Because I'm learning how to do what I'm doing, and she's also trusting and encouraging me to lean into my vision, and so to have that kind of support, and also hopefully support her in a way, even though I feel like I was getting most of it on my first film, is really special. And then, on HEDDA, this is like my baby, and also her baby now, and inviting someone into that, I I couldn't have thought of a better person. I mean, besides our friendship and our long, term collaboration, she's just a phenomenal actress, and an amazing human being. So knowing that I can trust my cast and crew with Tessa as number one is super important, and it means a lot. And then like the Marvels was fun because that was just like, oh, my friend's coming for a day or two to come shoot. It's like it's really fun. So it's nice when we get to have those different modes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And fun for me to get to see you
Oh
be
yeah.
on such a large set, and man, because our first film together we made for $2. Like I
Yeah.
paid money to be in that movie,
Basically.
I'm sure, just with getting us better lunch or something. But
Yeah.
so just extraordinary to get to see these huge spaces now that she's occupying, and the captain of. And then I think, I love the comparisons, particularly to Ryan Coogler and to Michael B. Jordan. And obviously I have such a profound love and admiration for them as friends and as collaborators as well. And, Mike made Ryan's first film with him as well. And I think one of the parallels in both of our relationships is I know that another sense of pride and with their relationship together is collectively they really usher Black men into spaces that they haven't been in before. And in a similar way with Nia, even on our first film, Little Woods, was a kind of character, a kind of film that you don't typically get to see a young Black woman in the center of those frames. And when I was doing so much investigation and work and research into past productions of HEDDA that have graced the stages and graced screens, something that was so apparent was that there were no women of color in any of these productions. I just couldn't find. I found one production of Hedda Gabler, and I'm sure there have been other ones that are smaller ones, but in none of the archives. So none of the very storied performances of Hedda Gabler or big productions that have been done either in New York or in the UK or globally, frankly. And that was, I don't know, I found it quite surprising, actually. So also this idea of, well, I think for Nia, it was just, I want to cast this person. I want to make this with someone who I trust. This person also happens to be a Black woman. But then what we get to do, which is to also reframe, like, who gets to exist inside of these stories, who gets to take this canonical work and put their own spin on it. And I just feel really grateful to have a collaborator who we get to sort of do that together and continue to insist on Black women getting to do all sorts of things in cinema.
Yeah.